Happy student loan interest welcome back month. Yay, September. Oh, you guys, it's been the craziest morning. So I've had to call about where is my pension cash out and why is my money still not reallocated appropriately for my last student loan interest payment. Both of which had no resolution today. So I called Mohila first and I was like, why is this payment still not reallocated appropriately? If you guys are new here, I paid $7,022.38 on August 16th, which is the entire amount of the outstanding interest I had on my federal student loans, which is the only debt I have left. And the bulk of it went to interest, but $187 and change went to principal for some weird reason. So when I called, I don't know, a few days later or whatever, when I noticed it in my account, the call representative was like, oh, let me reallocate these funds, allow 3 to 5 days for that to process and complete the transaction or whatever. So it's been now 2 weeks and I tried to call yesterday, couldn't get through, so I called first thing when they opened this morning, and the girl I spoke with today said that she sees that my previous call in and the request of the former sales rep and someone in the back end in the billing department made a note a few days later in my account that the payment actually was allocated appropriately, and so they just closed the case. So they never actually reallocated the money like it should have been. And so the girl today was like, I have no idea what the heck that was about. I'm not getting... She had put me on hold. Ooh, excuse me, my biscuits are done. Ooh, sorry about that. I just pulled a big sheet pan of sourdough biscuits out of the oven. It smells like heaven in here. That's completely irrelevant. So the girl I was talking to today, she was like, man, I have no idea what's going on. I'll put this request in again. I apologize. It'll take another 3 to 5 business days, so I have re-requested it, even though interest accrual starts today. Whatever. It's gonna be fine. Then I was like, okay, August is over now, where's my pension? So I called them after I talked with Mohila, and they said, we don't see any paperwork for you for this request. And I was like, excuse me? What do you mean? For whatever reason. Yeah, she was like, it looks like we sent you paperwork, but we never got a response. And I was like, I didn't get any paperwork. So we verified my address, and she's like, why don't we walk through this online right now? So, holy cannoli. I just had to re-request my pension cash out. That's now going to take another few months for me to actually get the money. I've gone through this. It's just in the cosmos, whatever phone calls I'm making in the last 6 months clearly have not been successful by any means. But that's okay. Not that it matters with the pension, like it's been sitting in its account, growing at its measly 3.8%. Whatever. But it's just annoying. Now, we're gonna switch to much more exciting, uplifting shit, which is... Thank you guys for your comments on my recent current finance update and being like, why don't you just include your pension cash out and your student loan refund in your asset column, because that's actually more accurate. Especially thank you, Thea, for really outlining that. Like, you're right. The money just didn't disappear. It just shifted accounts or to a different place. So I have updated my net worth to include my student loan refund and this pension. Or at least roughly what it should be once I actually get it. I'm gonna show you guys that in a minute. It's really exciting. But September, let's go through the September budget real quick. So here's my spreadsheet for September. I use Google Sheets because I'm that person. So before I go through this, anyone who might be new here and might be wondering why cell phone bill and car insurance are not in my monthly items, that is because I pay for those either annually or biannually in my annual expenses sinking fund, because I have a strong aversion to monthly bills. So anything that can be paid yearly which usually offers a little bit of a discount, which is awesome. I opt for that because, again, I hate monthly bills. So September, I always start at the top with income. Right now, my biggest income is my W-2 income. I always have a goal of take home $4,050 a month. So this is after 401k contribution, health savings account contribution, and my medical and dental benefits are, of course, deducted from my pay. So this is take home. My next income is my rental property. I have one rental property, and it typically brings in $448.70 per month, which, as you can see from the note, is $734 for rent minus $6606 for the property management team. They keep that for their monthly fee, minus $219.24, which is the mortgage, leaves me with $448.70 left over, of which, as a real estate investor, you want to be saving a good chunk of that for vacancy, maintenance, and repairs. I'm saving 100% right now, just because I don't need to live off that income. And then my next income is YouTube. I just have a goal of meeting the $100 payout threshold. My next income I have is support, and I have a $0 expectation ever. You guys are just insanely generous, amazing, wonderful people that are helping me on this journey via support, and I appreciate you more than I could ever say. So that's what that is. Expenses are the next category. My biggest expense, of course, is my monthly housing, which is my rent, which is $15.25 a month. And as you guys know, I am currently shopping for a house hack to reduce that. So more info on that in other videos, of course. Electricity, I think I saw it already. No, girl, it's not going to be 400. It was like 127, I think. I'll fix that later. Whoops, I forgot to update that. Internet is always $59.99 a month. Mohila is my student loan servicer. This is the final month of a $0 monthly payment. However, interest is now accruing. Sad face. We had a good run. Y'all. My gym membership is $15 a month, and Netflix is $20 a month. Food and household, I budget $500 a month. Gas and car wash, I've been budgeting $200 a month just because I've been driving a lot this summer. And it looks like that's going to continue into the fall, probably. So yay for me, because I'm having delightful life experiences, which is worth it. Pet supplies, what did we budget there? $75. Beautiful. Investing, I have a goal of investing at least $100 a month. And I have a goal of donating $50 every single month. Savings. I have a savings goal in September of $800, and that is just savings out of my W-2 income. This does not include rental, YouTube, or support savings. This is just strictly me from my paycheck. And then spending, as y'all know, I'm on a low spend year. I'm trying to limit myself to $300 per month in material item spending for myself. I'm not including experiences here. I'm allowing myself more freedom with experiences, but those have been falling into the other category, which I have a $0 budget for, but expenses come up, so I just always put something there just because there will be, not necessarily in the budget column, but in the actual column, there will be expenses in the other category, I guess you could say. So again, I need to fix the electricity, but all my goal here, really, I don't do zero-based budgeting because I'm not that into the minutiae of every penny. It's just too much for me. But I figure as long as my expenses roughly equal or less than my W-2 income, I'm doing good. That's all I care about. And then my next category is my student loans. Last month in August, I had a balance of $185,250. Today it is $178,228. It's $178,040, but my actual estimated payoff, if I were to pay it off today, would be $1,078. $178,228. So yay. We'll see how much we end up paying on them in September. Probably going to be zero because we're not there yet. But you never know with me. I could change my mind on a whim. And then my last section is just my sinking funds, which are all plump and beautiful. So we're not adding to them. We may pull from them. I doubt it because I have a strong aversion to spend money that I've saved, but they're there if I need them. That's it for the monthly though. Now the way more exciting part. Look at that graph. Look at that graph. Oh. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, I took y'all's suggestions to heart and put the student loan refund and the pension cash out as line items in my asset column because technically that is my money. That's money I have and or coming to me. This is not accurate for the pension. $16,000. It's roughly gonna be that. It's gonna be slightly more, but I'm trying to be conservative always, which is why I didn't even have these items in my spreadsheet to begin with, but it does make most sense for them to be there since moving money around did not change my net worth. It just changed the location of my monies. There's no sense in being insanely over conservative and not reflecting these items here. So doing that, you guys look at my net worth. Negative $2,100. So close. So close. And if you remember at the start of the year, I was hoping for a positive net worth by the end of this year. And abso-fucking-lutely, there's no way, oh my gosh, knock on wood, that I won't be able to save $2,100 between now and the end of the year. That might be a positive net worth in October, November. So maybe slightly ahead of schedule. I'm so happy. Which obviously I knew it was kind of something like this without even putting those into my asset column. But I don't know why. I just have this deep-seated tendency to want and need to be conservative because I'm so paranoid about getting back to a shitty financial spot again, which you guys saw me grapple with leaving my last job and taking this lower paying job. It was like doom and gloom. I'm just gonna slip right back into poverty. There's nothing in between. I'm still dealing with that tendency a bit, as I'm sure most of you are entirely familiar with if you're on your own financial journey. It is always a struggle and it's hard to grapple with I guess the demons of yesteryear and feeling like any progress you make is just going to be taken away from you at any moment for any reason. And it's not a fun place to live mentally, and I'm trying my best, as I hope everyone is, if you are feeling that kind of way about your finances. This journey for me, this path, has been hard won. Not that it's like a game of winning or losing. Having positive financial habits of setting aside money every paycheck intentionally to be saved or invested or donated or whatever good purpose, and being intentional about not going backwards, not using credit cards for dumb shit, not blowing my money on dumb shit, whatever it is. Just having even incrementally better habits is really the name of the game. I guess the point of this is thank you guys for calling me out on my bullshit or pointing out things that I'm like being too restrictive or conservative about, and it's not necessary. Like, I'm gonna be okay. And I hope you guys always know that your comments of, hey, you're doing amazing, you are in such a more healthy place financially, you're gonna be fine. So thank you all for bringing me back to reality. I know, like, cashing out a pension and getting a refund of student loans were like negatives in most people's eyes, and I get it. From a financial standpoint, I get it. I feel like I can better allocate that money elsewhere, which again plays into the house shopping and house hack that I'm looking for. I'm making a whole separate video on why. I know I've mentioned it here and there, but I want like one cohesive video. Why, how much I'm approved for, where I'm looking, what I'm looking at, and make that introductory video. It'll probably come out over the weekend, but before I start doing the property analyses, just to give more context to why I'm doing those analyses and why I'm even shopping for a house. So that was a whole bunch of tangents in one, but anyway, the point is, holy shit, look at that graph. There's almost no red left. Wow, that's amazing. To have $178,000 worth of debt and yet still be that flipping close to a positive net worth is insane to me. I can't even wrap my head around it sometimes. That's where we're at. Yay. I'm so flipping happy. But that's it for the September budget. Feeling good. Last month of no debt payments. I did confirm my first payment will be due in October 9th specifically. So we'll be ready. Thank you guys for keeping me straight, keeping my head right. Sometimes I get lost in the weeds, so I absolutely appreciate you guys bringing me back to reality. Let me know, do you guys have any big money goals for the month of September? Again, I'm just trying to save $800. That feels good to me for September. So let me know down in the comments. Thank you all, as always, for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.